Coach Greg's video in which he criticizes some of Wim Hof's talking points will send shockwaves so intense that they will actually melt the ice throughout the temperature community. You know what? Seeing this video almost makes me think that Coach Greg secretly wants to keep all the ice for himself. Yeah, that's right. He doesn't want you to get the benefits. He doesn't want you to change your life for the better to the extent you really can. Is he keeping all the ice for himself? Alright, I'm back to my normal self. I'm calmed down. Now, let us get through the video as I normally would. But first, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, consider hitting that thumbs up button, support me, show the love, just like I'm showing you the love. Coach Greg, one of the most successful fitness influencers on YouTube, champions integrity and hard work. And then there is Wim Hof, the Iceman, one of the most pure and uncorrupt humans ever.
We live in a world where there's all kinds of false healers and fake alternative medicine programs you can sign up for. It's a rare moment in history when someone comes along who can perform real miracles with real evidence to back them up. Wim Hof has defied logic time and time again, and always under scientific scrutiny. He holds the world record for being able to be submerged in ice for almost 2 hours without his core body temperature changing. He's climbed Mount Everest in nothing but a pair of shorts and ran a marathon in the desert without drinking any water. He's even proven in a laboratory setting that he can withstand illnesses using the power of his mind. But he's not a freak of nature. According to Wim, anyone can do what he can do. Using a combination of cold immersion, breathing techniques, and mental focus, anyone can accomplish feats that were previously thought to be impossible.
It isn't all about breaking records. Wim's mission is to use his body as a laboratory to revolutionize our understanding of physiology. In 2011, he was injected with a bacterial endotoxin in an experiment that challenged our understanding of the nervous system. In normal humans, the injection should cause a strong immune response, leading to fever, chills, and headaches, but not in Wim. It appeared that he was somehow able to suppress his immune response by making his body secrete adrenaline, suggesting that his method can allow us to influence our immune system at will. Scientists thought he might just be a freak of nature, so to further prove this theory, they performed the same experiment on 12 subjects Wim had trained in Poland, and the same thing happened.
Normally, it's very difficult to increase your adrenaline levels by your own will. Adrenaline is released by the autonomic nervous system. And autonomic means that you cannot voluntarily influence it. So if you walk outside and you are robbed on the street, you will have a heart rate of 160 and your blood pressure will be sky high within seconds. But if I ask you now to increase your heart rate, you cannot do that. You cannot voluntarily modulate that. And with the techniques of Wim Hof, we show that he was able to increase his adrenaline levels to very high concentrations, even higher than people that go bungee jumping for the first time. That was something that we didn't think possible before that.
Hypothetically, if research came back and it turned out that actually your methods weren't working, there was some kind of trick of adrenaline or some other factor that accounted for all of the feats of endurance, what would that make you feel?
I'm okay, I want it to be evidence-based in science. And I don't want to give any false hope to any person in this world. So I'm into science.
There it is. Wim Hof wants science backing up his message. So what's the problem?
But no, just take a cold shower every day because stress is gone. Heart rate goes down 20, 30 beats a minute. Does it not sound too good to be true? And so I have no issue with him promoting cold showers every single day. Do what you want, promote what you want, but don't lie in the process. And so I caution you, when you watch a fitness influencer or a temperature influencer, please be careful of what they're saying.
And that just does not sit right by me, and it doesn't sit right with many others. let's check out some of Greg's objections.
I hate cold showers. Not saying it's bad to do, I just hate them. But let's check out this video.
Just take the damn cold shower. I'm sorry. It's amazing. I make of every winter a summer.
And so I see nothing wrong with that. He loves a cold shower, and why not promote it? Nothing wrong with that in the slightest. Same way as I like eating low-calorie dense foods, I like doing cardio racing bikes. I promote it all the time. 150 minutes cardio a week, eat healthy. I have absolutely no problem with this guy promoting cold showers in every single freaking video. Zero issues with that. However, let's watch this next video, and as you know, when influencers lie, that is when I'm calling out the BS.
Cold shower a day keeps the doctor away.
I'd rather see exercise or perhaps a healthy diet keeps the doctor away. I do believe those are more important in a cold shower, but hey, that's just my opinion.
The heart rate is gonna go down with 20-30 beats a minute, 24 hours a day.
Okay, so we just said if you take a cold shower every day, your heart rate is going down by 20 to 30 beats, not per day, per minute.
Coach Greg took exception to this. However, there are studies that show that the heart rate can be reduced by 15% from cold exposure. And let's face it, is there hard evidence to show that there was never a case in the history of the world that the heart rate was reduced by 20 to 30 beats per minute? I mean, it might have happened. And Wim only needs it to have happened once for it to be a relatively reasonable thing to say. It only really needs to have happened once out of billions of people for it to be reasonable.
Not only does your heart rate go down by 20 to 30 beats a minute, your stress is gone. It's gone. You might be suffering from some unknown illness. Perhaps you have no money, you can't make ends meet. You've been fired from your job, your girlfriend, boyfriend, circle friends cheating on you. All stress is gone. Keep the doctor away. It's way better than a friggin' apple.
And then Greg got irritated about Wim's claim that all stress was gone. Well, maybe if you have a very low stress life to begin with and you implement cold, maybe that's the factor that reduces the rest of the stress. Who knows? And even to the extent that not all stress is gone, still a lot of stress is reduced. A great example is Wim Hof himself used cold exposure to get over the grief of his wife's suicide.
You cannot think about nothing than surviving when you are in the cold. You don't think about your indulging into your emotion and your broken heart and all those things. You just gotta survive. Thus you learn to control your emotion.
Today when we went to jump off the cliff, you said that the anxiety and the fear that we're facing is natural.
Yes.
What would you say your relationship with anxiety and fear is?
Today was a great day because I saw not only me having fun at the waterfall, you know, but you all did. This ball game is going to be good these coming 4 days. So how I'm dealing with this anxiety, there is no anxiety. There's only power.
Now, if that is not a case for cold exposure, I don't know what is.
And more is that the blood flow runs much better through the system.
Which system? The cardiovascular system, the respiratory system, the endocrine system. What specifically are we talking about? Oh, it's just your body gets better, the stuff, it runs better through the system.
And Coach Greg also took exception with Wim claiming that cold showers help blood run through the system, help nutrients run through the system. And he also said, what system? Well, I will jump in here and say that one of the well-known benefits of cold showers, cold therapy, all that, is increased circulation. And in this case, circulation refers to the circulatory system with the heart and the blood vessels. And in fact, while the vessels constrict at the surface, the circulation actually increases with the vital organs. Much has been made of logic and scientific research with this video and in the comments section, but sometimes ethics and the quest to heal people transcend skepticism and rigorous scientific interpretations.
One of the reasons it's been so difficult for Wim to get his method accepted by the scientific establishment is that it's inimical to our society's view of the body and medicine. Wim's figured out a way to influence the immune system without the use of pharmaceuticals, and that could have big ramifications for people with inflammatory disorders. Whether it can be used to cure actual diseases remains to be proven. This is the frontier of science, so it might be many years before we fully understand the implications. We came into this with a heavy dose of skepticism, but within a few days, we were able to comfortably climb a freezing cold mountain in nothing but our shorts. Wim gives people a chance to take back some control over their minds and bodies, and for people who suffer from depression or illnesses, that kind of help can be priceless.
Okay, on one side, Coach Greg has the muscles, and he has the work ethic at the gym, and I respect those things immensely. On the other hand, Wim Hof has the cold tolerance, and I also respect that immensely. And so we're left with the question, who can be better? And the answer is simple. Coach Greg plus Wim Hof as one person is better than either of them. Unfortunately, we don't get that. We don't get the harder than the last time with the cold love. We just don't get it. But that is the higher good. It's like we can have it both ways. One of my biggest criticisms of Coach Greg, in spite my love of his videos and my love of his style, is that I feel like he is holding people back with his mantra of halfway there. I think he's giving people too much realism or reality checking. And I think sometimes even to get halfway there, you still have to be motivated by the dream, by the all the way there. Sure, we must content ourselves with what progress we actually make, but I think when we keep on saying, oh, you're not getting it, oh, halfway there, I feel like that's a bit condescending to many people. If you shoot for halfway, you may only get a quarter of the way. Who knows? At the end of the day, Coach Greg often preaches that we should do what it takes to be healthier and live a better life. And the cold truth is that cold exposure is one of those things that can help people live a healthier, better life.